Okay.
Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. You're done?
Done. Hi. So today I want to show you guys basically what I gave you last week, but just to make sure that you all get it. I asked you to go through a PowerPoint about evidence for evolution, and you had a practice sheet that you needed to fill out. So I want to show you that real quick. You guys had this document here. It said evidence for evolution on the top, and you were meant to go through this kind of long PowerPoint and pull this information out into your notes. Since this is just a straight up typing assignment, if you want to make your own copy of this, because I made it so you can't edit this particular copy, but if you copy this in Drive and then share it with me or email it to me, I will be able to correct it. But essentially what I'm looking for up top here is just for you to define what these are. So I want to know, what is the fossil record? What is comparative anatomy? All of these substructures under here are different types of comparative anatomy. So there's homologous structures, analogous structures, and vestigial structures. I want a definition of each of those. And then finally, the last thing that we can use to help support the theory of evolution are molecular comparisons. And so I want you to define what that is. Again, you should be able to find all the answers for this within this PowerPoint. So this hopefully looks familiar to you guys. I'll be sharing this with you again to make sure you have access to it. It starts to break down each piece, but as you go in, I don't want your definition for fossil record to be shows change over time. If you keep clicking through, it tells you what the fossil record is and how it supports evolution. So I'm looking for just a definition. If you want to add in extra notes on how it supports evolution, that will definitely be helpful in the long run. But it is a pretty dense PowerPoint. It has all sorts of stuff in here. But again, all you're pulling out of there are definitions. Once you have those definitions done, I'm just asking that you read these little excerpts and then tell me what type of evidence could be used to show an evolutionary relationship. So for this first one, for an example, it says blood was drawn from several hooved animals or even-toed hooved animals. So artiodactyls and perissodactyls, or odd-toed hooved animals, and their DNA was compared. And fewer differences were found within each group, meaning if you were even-toed animals, you had more in common than odd-toed animals, and then vice versa. And so they want to know, of these different types of pieces of evidence, which one showed how these two were related. So were they looking at the fossil record? Were they looking at comparative anatomy? Or were they looking at molecular structures? And you just write that down here on this line. So I will be posting a key for this the end of this week, or possibly even next week, because I want you guys to have the week to work on this. But it shouldn't be too difficult. Again, I technically assigned it last week, but I know with so many issues on Schoology and maybe not understanding what you needed to do, I wanted to give you a second shot at it.
Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science. Do 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 science.